Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of CLX Foundry Live, where we dive deep into somebody's build and assemble it from the ground up. I'm your host, DJ Blue PDX, and joining me live from our studios in Wichita, Kansas, is our lead technical expert, Paul Steffens, and our master builder, Zach Killingsworth. Gentlemen, we've got a fun project today for our friend Jason in North Dakota, which I'm not sure if he's as cold as we are here in Oregon, but I would really like spring to start. That would be great. We are doing we've got a week left on the giveaway with for the level up XP. I think I said it wrong, but it is with AMD and CIG Cloud Imperial Gaming. It is a Star Citizen themed PC, and there's 4 other sub prizes that you can win. It's incredible. For more information, type exclamation giveaway in the chat. And for those who are going to ask about codes, Ivory will drop codes when he drops codes. But you can find codes on the Twitch on streams here. You can find them on our socials. That is YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and Threads at CLX Gaming. You might find them in the Discord at discord.gg/CLX Gaming. You can find them on my streams. And yeah, so with that being said, we've got a project for somebody in North Dakota. Oh. Guys, what are we doing?
All right, so we are building a set. Starting out with our processor, we've got the AMD Ryzen 7 9700X. To cool that, we've got our CLX Quench 120 AIO. For our motherboard, we've got a Gigabyte B850 Aorus Elite Wi-Fi 7. Very fancy motherboard. And for our memory, we've got 2 sticks of Kingston 16 gigabyte DDR5 5600 speed, so a total of 32 gigs of system memory in the system. For our storage drive, we've got a 2 terabyte MSI Spatium M470 Pro. It's an NVMe drive, very, very fast. And we've got 4 of our case fans going in this Elite tower. It's been a while since we've had an Elite on the show. And for our video card, we've got an RTX 5070 Ti. Now this is the special MSI Ventus 3X. It's the white edition, so it looks pretty nice. And for our power supply, we've got 850 watt from ASRock. It's the 80 Plus Gold Pro series.
Nice. We got some comments about very jealous of the Levski one y'all did. Says Sejanus21. Hi, welcome in.
What's up, Genius?
So, Alsmartus here, Cosmos is here. Sorcerer von Croy, hello. So, again, we're going to be assembling this PC. If in the event you find that you have heard a term that you're not familiar with, or you've got a question about your own PC, hit us up. That's what we're here for. That's what we love. Ask the questions. Not a problem. Just Sejanus says we need some CIG glass inserts. There we go. Okay. So to start this off, every case is different. What are some tricks about disassembling this for assembly?
So this is a mid-tower full ATX. So it is on the smaller side, but it still fits a full ATX motherboard. Pretty standard height, as you can see here. You have room for a couple more fans. We are just going to be using 4 in this build, as that's what the customer has picked. So 3 intakes on the front and 1 exhaust in the back.
There we go. All right. First up, we've got a really cool motherboard, and this is going to be the Gigabyte B850 Aorus Elite Wi-Fi 7. And this has got some pretty hectic connectivity, which is going to be awesome to look at. That's pretty board. Wow, look at that. I'm loving the designs. Aorus, way to go. All right, let's take a look at that, at the connectivity of your rear I/O shield. So from here, we've got our display port. You'll find your Q Flash Plus button on there. We have 4 USB 2.0 1.1 ports. We have a USB Type-C port with USB 3.2 Gen 2 support, 5 USB 3.2 Gen 1s, an RJ45, 2 USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type A ports, and then you've got your antenna, connectors to audio, and your optical SPDIF out. There you go. Nicely done. So, does anybody else know what's with the B in front of all the, for all the AMD things? Why is it always a B something?
It changes every now and then. It's just the model of chipset is what it's referring to there.
Gotcha. I always wondered that. Like, who makes these choices?
The big wigs, you know. People up. All right.
Speaking of big wigs, let's talk about a big processor. A big processor. This is an AMD Ryzen 7 9700X. That sounds pretty powerful. Paul?
Yeah, this is an 8-core, 16-thread processor from AMD. It's got a base speed of 3.8, and it will boost all the way up to 5.5. Solid gaming processor here.
Nice. Okay. How's the weather over there? Has it been just as bonkers as it is everywhere else?
It's a little chilly here. It's like 55 today. I think the high is 70.
Wow.
Which is chillier.
And how have you guys been with all the tornadoes?
Let them rip, baby!
I haven't seen one, so.
You mean Mother Nature's Beyblades?
That's right. That's right. Mother Nature's Beyblades.
Yeah, it is terrifying. I used to watch Storm Chasers with Reed Timmer back in, the early aughts or whatever, and loved that show. It was incredible. And he's still going online, which is awesome. All right, now we've got our mounts plugged in around there so we can get ready for the AIO. Now this is going to be a CLX Quench 120 AIO. Yes, 120 AIO. So this is smaller. Definitely smaller. In fact, this is what I had in my old gaming system. I had a push-pull on it. Paul, tell us a little bit about this pump. And what's an AIO?
So AIO stands for all-in-one. That means it's come out of the box ready to go. When you hear the 120, 240, 360 and those numbers, it refers to the size of the radiator. So this is a 120, so this is a smaller one. We'll fit one fan on there. But the installation is pretty much the same as far as mounting the pump to the processor, like what you see Zach doing right now. They use the same kits and all that. It doesn't really matter the size of radiator. So you just want to make sure you grab the right set of hardware for your for the right socket type, and after that, it's pretty straightforward from there.
What's the largest radiator that can fit inside of the set Talos E2 Elite?
You could get a 360 in the front if you wanted it.
Okay. Oh, that's right. It's got the 3 front fans.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yay. Okay. So tips or tricks, Zach, on when you're putting or installing this and running your power like you're doing now?
Yes, so this only has just a fan header, so we're just wanting to subtly hide our cable and plug it into our CPU fan header or our AIO fan header as our option.
Nice. All right. Next up, we got some RAM. These are some green sticks of RAM. This is going to be 2 16-gig sticks of Kingston DDR5 5600.
What they call this on the TikTok show? I forgot. Remember?
Crustless.
Crustless, yeah. We're
Restless.
talking about uncrustable
I was gonna say. I
PB&Js.
was gonna say
And this is the
undressed is more I would say.
well, that's a
So-
fancy way.
Now, Paul, back in the day
Sitting sideways.
when
As my boy Paul.
when
would
all
say.
of when RAM wasn't designed to be pretty, they all looked like this.
Correct.
Like they all look like these a stripped down version. So, what is the big difference in performance between having it like that versus having it inside the
fancy
case?
heat spreaders with RGB. Well,
Yeah.
performance difference, not really anything. The RGB heat spreaders, they're just spread out the heat, and obviously that helps a little bit, but RGB doesn't add anything to performance. So as long as it's like, these ones are DDR5 5600, if we were comparing these to DDR5 5600 with heat spreaders, you probably wouldn't even know a difference when you're gaming.
All right. Now, I saw Zach was playing with something over there, and I believe that is where we're going to put our M.2. That is going to be the brains of this whole thing, and that is going to be a 2 terabyte MSI Spatium M470 NVMe M.2. Believe it or not, there's 2 terabytes in that little stick of gum.
Say what?
So, when you're installing your, I would say your heat
You what?
your heat shield, when you're installing it like what Zach just did, what are some key things to remember?
Don't forget to peel the peels
Peel it.
and lock down your NVMe drives. Some of them do require a little screw, and some of them are a little fancier and have a little quick release. So,
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I would prefer that. My old system had the tiniest screw I've ever seen in my life for the M.2. I mean, the tiniest screw I've ever seen in my life. It was easy to get out, not so easy to get back in. Oh my god. Okay. Now for this, I know there's 2 ways to actually do these fans on the 120 because my old gaming system had a 120 push-pull. Whereas on this one, how are we going to arrange that?
We're going to be mounting this in the push direction. So the fan's going to go on top of the radiator that you can see right here. It's going to be pushing air through that radiator and out the back of the case.
Nice. Real quick, it's a code! I figured that might have some excitement. Oh, we got your first code out of CLX-HPF9. That's Hotel Papa Foxtrot Niner. CLX ones are worth 100 extra entries, so there's an extra 100 for everybody who's in here. Early bird gets the code. Yes.
Second mouse gets the cheese.
Yes.
Oh.
Now, from a performance standpoint, what are we talking about difference in temperatures with a 120 versus a 360?
There will be a pretty big difference in temperature between those, but the main thing is this AIO is going to keep it cool. But going with a 360 or something, a very large radiator is going to allow the processor to be at its boost clocks for longer. This 120 does just fine.
Gotcha.
All of these systems go through a lot of testing. So some people could think a 120 is a little too small, but it does work fine.
Let's see here. Yes. No. To answer, KMD Murr. No, you did not miss any of the awesome Beyblade action. It hasn't happened yet, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna have some today. That is for sure. Let's see here. And we had Miles work. What do I do with the code? Yep. Go hit that link right there and follow the instructions, and you'll be able to use that code for an extra 100 entries. And there's ways for you to get tons of other codes. So yeah. Sorcerer Buncroy asks, speaking of RAM, I have a question about RAM amounts. I have 2 sticks of 16 gigs for 32 gig total. There are 2 more DIMM slots, and I have 32 gigs of the same brand and model sitting in this box. Would it benefit if I put that extra RAM into to help prevent frame drops, stutters, and crashes? Good call. Good question.
So it might help on some that probably help the crashing as far as the frame drops and stutters. I'm not sure how much of a difference that would make, but if you've got it in the box, I would definitely install it in your system.
I mean, I have 4 16s in mine, and it runs very, very well. I love that Twitch is blocking out RAM. What? Yes, you could also gift it to somebody, but yeah, no.
To your boy Hashim.
PBJ versus Fluffernutter.
I don't know what Fluffernutter is. I like PB&J.
Yep. But I like homemade jam. Jam, not jelly.
You know what the difference between jam and jelly is?
One's got fruit, one's just the...
I can't jelly a ram
it's just-
stick into a motherboard.
You can't. You can't pump up the
That's
jelly.
the PG version of that joke.
And I know exactly where you're going with that. Wow. Wow. All right. We've gotten there already. Now, as we prep the case, taking a look at where the back sits on it, is that directly on the back of the panel, or is there a little bit of little space there for the cable management?
It's pretty much on the back. There is some space for cable management, but yeah, I would say it's on the back.
One thing I do love is the little grommets.
Grommets.
Makes it so much, makes it nice and easy.
I think he lived on Sesame
Now,
Street.
from this perspective, since we haven't done it yet, can you point out where the standoffs are and why standoffs are important?
Yeah, so standoffs, you'll see them right here. You'll have a better angle at them when we get the motherboard going in, but those are going to be separating our motherboard from the frame of the chassis that you're seeing there. We wouldn't want to screw our motherboard directly down to that metal because that will cause it to short out.
Yes. Dreamweaver says, I have a Steam Deck and like it a lot, but I don't know if I'd buy a new one since I rarely use it over my actual PC. Okay, I sold mine. I got one of the very first ones, and because I was play games in bed, and so I'm lying in bed with this thing in my hands, and because of how heavy it was, my hands would go numb.
Oh.
And it just became something like, well, I can try taking it on a trip, but it's still going to be heavier than I'll get out. So I ended up ditching mine.
Why didn't
I think I
you
have a
just put a
Logitech.
balloon onto it?
Because we're short on helium. Remember, Strait of Hormuz is still closed.
You get
And
one
that's
of
where
those,
helium comes from? I thought helium came from space. Man, my public education. Whew.
helium. I think it's a noble gas.
Oh, apparently a large amount of it comes from, it's a breathable gas.
Is it noble? Aren't there noble gases on the right side of the table?
Oh, yes, sir.
You know, that's the periodic table
Oh.
for all those uneducated that I'm referring to.
They
Oh.
bow to you. Is that what?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
That's why they're noble.
Well, I definitely didn't study science very well, apparently.
Oh, the Wally chairs are here.
Oh,
Yeah, Dreamweaver, I agree. But it is pretty, it runs a lot. Very well.
you got to get you
I
one
was
of these
surprised
things,
at that.
DJ. Right here. Boom.
Bam.
Look at this.
Oh my gosh, I haven't
got
seen that
one
in
of
so
these.
long.
This is, it looks like a Game Boy, but it's like an aftermarket
But it's
thing.
not, it's
It runs,
man.
it's got 4 triggers on the back.
yeah, it runs on Android. It's got a couple SD card slots.
Okay, I've been looking at getting one of those because I really think they're awesome. All the old school classic games are in there. But I wasn't sure if it was legit or if it was just a scam. But now that you've said it's there,
Buy it off Amazon. That way, if it is a scam, you can return it.
yes, that is also true. That is the one thing that keeps me shopping from Amazon for certain things.
And it's got Wi-Fi.
Because if I'm like, if it's sketch, like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, this
It has Wi-Fi?
Yeah, this thing has Wi-Fi, so I can like play online games on it. It's sick. It's
Yeah,
actually
no
sick.
kidding.
He's playing Pokemon MMO.
MMO. Yeah.
That is
Pokemon.
awesome.
So I can play online Pokemon wherever I go, and I can just, if I'm like out in the wilderness, I can use my phone as a hotspot, and it works. It's pretty sweet.
Because going camping is all about taking your Game Boy.
Yes.
Codenomics says most helium sold in the U.S. comes from Texas and Oklahoma. That's good information. The Switch is lighter, but my hands go numb a damn sight faster than using the deck. Ah, gotcha.
I've reset enlightening.
Yeah, the what's it called? The oh darn it, I can see it right there. There's a Logitech handheld as well that is but it's all Wi-Fi.
Nice.
So if your Xbox is on, if your and your PC is on, anywhere that's connected to the same Wi-Fi in the house, you got access. It's super lightweight.
A Zune?
Ooh.
But
A Master Chief
they're like-
Edition Zune?
Say what?
That's what I
there's
have.
what?
So much better than iPod.
Oh, nice. Oh, you still have a Zune? Like ZUDNE?
Yeah, man. I had the
Oh my
Master
God.
Chief Edition
I
one,
had-
dude.
I
That's
had
the
two
best.
of those, and they both got stolen from me.
Oh,
I
well,
was
naturally.
furious.
Superior
But-
music player.
However, it's not superior in syncing anything because that thing sync all the files in there, and it took like all night to transfer 7 songs.
Hey man, Rome wasn't built in a day.
No, it was destroyed in a couple.
Yeah.
Handheld games haven't advanced nice. Yeah, they have. I PSP. That was my jam.
the
That's
PSP
really what
was
got me back into gaming. Was the PSP. I was in between houses and basically couch hopping, and when my partner he got off work later, so I would go park down the street in the darkness, plug the little cassette that goes into the cassette player that you plug the sound in, and I would play Silent Hill on the PSP with full sound, and I did that a lot until he finally scared the living daylights out of me. He snuck up to the car and then on the window. I very close soiled myself. It was the last time I ever parked in the dark. Yeah, the PSP was awesome, and there were some really great games on there. I guess you can
PSP is
get
cool.
some of them still, but
Are they like crazy expensive now? Like how some of the retro games
no, they're the
have
same
gotten?
price as they always been. They haven't gone down in price at all, which
That's
is
awesome.
bonkers considering it's old tech.
At
And
least they're not crazy. Like
But the-
N64 games are crazy price now.
really,
Yeah, like the
Expensive?
ones that you want to get. Yeah, like your
Oh.
Mario Karts and stuff.
because they're not in production anymore.
Yeah,
That would make sense. Yeah.
I feel like
Makes
I
total
remember like
sense.
God of War on the PSP. I feel like there was a God of War
Yep.
game.
That was my.
good.
There was
Yeah.
there was God of War on there. There was Silent Hill. Wolverine was on there.
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Assassin's
There was
Creed was on there. But
Creed
it sucked.
on PSP. I
It-
thought that. Oh,
Let me
okay.
tell you how
Assassin's Creed
unbelievably.
was originally supposed to have 7 titles, 2 of them on handhelds, 1 of them on the Vista and PSP.
I did not know that.
Yep.
Or
The
Vita
Vista.
or
That's what it was
whatever
named.
that-
It.
Vista, the best OS Microsoft has ever come out with. Vista.
No.
Got him.
Don't you like widgets?
Oh jeez. Vista just makes me want to drink.
The PS Vita.
Vita. Yeah.
No idea.
That's what it was. So, for those of you who were really into the PSP, did any of you go to the PS Vita, there was no disc that you had to put in there, which was kind of a blessing, but everything was downloaded. I never ended up grabbing a PS Vita, but because I had all the games that I'd purchased sitting in cartridges, which means I had to purchase them again. I was like, no. Right? Codenomics, I agree, but he always goes right past that one. Windows ME was the worst operating system ever. I have
Millennia.
never seen a biggest pile of in my life. And it
Did you not
constantly
watch
wrecked.
Jurassic
Constantly
Park?
crashed.
He's literally standing next to one.
Hold on to your butts.
Used to play Will Smith.
Dude, that was he needed an Oscar for being able to explain technology with a lit cigarette in his mouth, man.
Right?
back in the good old
let's see here.
days.
Vaz Jahazjan over on the YouTube site says, would you recommend using a PCIe adapter to connect 2 or more NVMe SSDs?
Yeah, it's fine. Some motherboards actually come with those. Some higher-end motherboards will come with those. They're little expansion cards in the box. Totally fine to use. Now, if you've got the slots on your motherboard, I'd probably just use the slots on your motherboard. But if those are full, yeah.
That's the long thing that came with mine, isn't it?
Probably, if it looked like kind of like a mini graphics card or something like that.
Yeah, like it's just a big fin.
Yeah.
Okay.
We hardly ever,
Because of course,
see those installed, but every now and then.
And what's funny is they come with motherboards that already have like 4 or 5 M.2 slots on it. How many M.2s does a person need?
True.
I have OG Vita with the OLED screen and 3G connectivity. It has a SIM card slot. Yo,
Nice.
That's right. I forgot about that. Yep. You can play anywhere. Those were cool. Yep. I hope that they would go to it like. I know this sounds terrible because I hate subscription services, but I was hoping that for the Vita they would go to a subscription service so you paid a price each month and you got access to all the PSP games, so you didn't have to like waste all the money on your little bitty discs.
Dude, just subscribe to Gamefly.
Are you gonna do the $54 a month for unlimited Big Macs?
Ooh, is that what it is?
God.
I can get my money's worth out of that.
What?
$55 a month for unlimited McDonald's food.
Dude, let's split it.
That's crazy. Vista is what followed Emmy.
What? Vista was.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
It was like ME, XP. Can't forget about XP.
Was Vista
XP was legendary.
No.
Was Vista before?
XP,
yeah, it was XP.
Yeah, Vista is. No, Vista was between ME and XP because XP went to
XP.
Windows.
Had to be.
Nah, man. Windows
XP.
8 was the best. Touchscreen.
Windows 7. Windows 8. My God.
Windows 8, then
Touch
Windows
screen.
8.1.
You want to know why I don't have hair? It's because of Windows 8.
Touchscreen. Let's make an OS that's just for touchscreens. Yeah, I was working at the Buy More
so
when that
Codenomic
thing
says,
came out. Ugh.
Oh, wow, I was wrong. Codenomic says 98 SE, ME, XP, Vista, and then 7. And then 8, 10, and 11.
And now
What the
we're
hell
getting
happened to
ready to
9?
do 12.
Like
7, 8, 9, dog.
11.12.
Yeah.
What happened to 9? I want to know what happened to 9. That's
7, 8,
so
9.
bonkers to me.
Got gobbled up.
That's the real reason. I swear to God.
I called my boy
what we're
Bill.
looking
He
at here
told
that-
me, you know. Some of you might know him as.
So what
Bill
Zach's got in
Gates.
his hand looks like an alien braids, but it's actually our PSU, our power supply unit, and that is a ASRock Pro 850 watt 80 plus gold. So Paul, what kind of a power supply unit is this, and what's the gold mean?
This is a non-modular power supply. So all the cables are pre-soldered in. That's why you see Zach going through these, straightening them out, figuring out what he's going to use and what he's not. So on these ones, you'll bundle up the ones you don't use. And in most cases, especially like this one, there's a little bit of room in front of the power supply for you to put that excess cabling. If you went with a modular, there would be no cables soldered in. So you just plug in the ones you need. You wouldn't have any extras that were built into the power supply. The extras you could just keep in your closet or whatever. But the 80 plus gold rating, that is the efficiency rating of the power supply. So that's not going to affect your performance in games. It's just going to affect how efficient your power supply is running. So how much power it's pulling out of the wall versus what it's using.
Gotcha. Doom Cavalera said, I've had this computer since 2009, all the way until now, 2026. It runs Windows 7 and everything works perfectly. AMD Radeon 7790 HD, AMD Phenom 955 Black Edition ASRock N68 GS4FX Kingston Fury Red 16 gigs of RAM. That sounds awesome. And I loved 7. I thought 7 was great.
Them 7790 Radeon cards, those were the big boys back in the day.
Yep, and if it's not broke, don't fix it. Which is the opposite of Murphy's Law. Murphy's Law is, if it jams, force it. If it breaks, it needs replacing anyways. I had a poster in my bedroom when I was in high school, and it was just this massive poster of all of Murphy's Laws.
Nice.
It actually did not fall off the wall, but it did leave some marks. Yep.
That guy,
All right.
Murphy.
Now, Zach, while you're putting that in there, I'm going to probably ask you a question that doesn't need to be asked, but what's your recommendation when you are bundling up the excess cables that are not being used on the board for the PSU?
What was it?
What's your best advice for how to bundle those cables in the back of that PSU, the ones that you aren't using?
Just fold them back and over themselves. If you look at your graphics card and motherboard for CPUs, it will tell you what all you will need, and you can tie up everything that you don't need. Some of these new power supplies, like this guy here, come with a 12-volt high power cable already pre-installed. So if you purchase a green card like what we are going to be installing, then you are all set up, ready to go. But it also has the cables, if you purchase a red card or a blue card, to plug those guys in as well. So pre-tying those up and getting those out of the way, because we're playing with this guy.
Yes. One thing, Codenomics did bring up a good fact. Fun fact, the hill in the XP wallpaper is in Sonoma, California. That is also the hill that they used in the show Toys with Robin Williams and, I forget her name, but...
Janet Jackson.
Yeah, where the big elephant statue was, the blue bubbles. Yeah. Ironic. Rutlero, hello, welcome in.
I thought irony was getting rain on your wedding day.
All right, what Paul is gently stroking over there is our graphics card. This is an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5070 Ti. It is a Ventus 3 from our friends at... Where's it from?
MSI. Take the
There we go. MSI. Oopsie. Uh-oh. Is it time for another code? I think so. I've just dropped one at CIG-HMJW. That's Hotel Mama Jammer Whiskey.
What about
Hotel?
What about JD
Vance.
8? There's another code right above it.
Whoop.
Because he accidentally fat fingered 2 codes.
Oh my God, I missed it. That's another code. Code. 2 codes. CIG-JD8S. Jammer Delta 8 Sierra. There we go. So there's 2 codes. We got 2 codes. Nice. And each of those are, the CIGs are worth 200 extra entries, which is awesome. So that's 400 entries. You know what I was really shocked about? That so far, with all the random things that have happened with the generation of the codes, I'm surprised we've never had a TLDR. I want that code so bad. It was pretty cool. As an older nerd, go and see that in person. Yes. Yep. Uh-oh. Mondo Blasto has an interesting question. I know MS doesn't aim to build a complete show, but why is it every other OS they make, at best, is an awkward mess? I want to say lack of vision. Too much bureaucracy. It takes such a long time to get anything approved at Microsoft. I know this because I used to work there. By the time something got approved, it's like, well, bingo. The moment has passed, people. I remember when they were trying to decide what they were going to put in the Windows, for the Windows PCs that they sold in the Microsoft stores. It took probably 8 months to a year to get them approved to go with the 1060. When the 1090 had just come out, we're like, go with the upper one. People will handle it with the 1060. Not by choice. Nice. Okay, now what did you just put on there?
I put on the metal magnetic backplate. I've never seen that before.
Oh, let's see that, because, yeah, I've never seen that before.
It's gone.
That is awesome. I'm wondering why they didn't just attach it to the car just for visibility's sake, or...
It's cool, dude.
Little toy.
That's why. Look at that. Magnets. How do
Nice.
they work?
I thought magnets couldn't be inside computers.
Well,
Magnets are like gravity. It's a theory.
it's true. Magnets are. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
That's
All right.
So it's a
Now,
rear plug.
Zach,
Plug that in and then you cover
when you're
it.
working with a
Okay.
board. Oh, what?
Well, that's kind of cool.
That is kind of genius.
Oh, I need to go grab our tricked out card real quick. Be right back.
Try that.
My uncle worked in the Windows Phone department for years. So did I. I was with Adobe, and when we were doing all the Adobe things for Windows 2003, 2003 SE, 2005, and then Windows. When they went to Windows Phone was right about the time that that iPhone came out. Before the iPhone was around, Windows Mobile was the only thing you get. And there was dozens of different production houses that did all sorts of different styles and designs. HTC was a massive one. I loved my HTCs. But
DJ, check
Yeah.
this out. I'm gonna show you
what?
when we go back.
What?
It's our new graphics
That's
card.
that is the most disco level I've ever seen.
COXgaming.com for your
Please
pre-purchase
tell me that
today.
that came like that.
Nope. Katie here in QA. So if your system goes through QA and it's got Katie's name on it, she did every one of these by hand. All
Oh my
by
God.
hand. And it's just really cool.
That's gorgeous.
It is.
Oh yeah, does it leave glitter anywhere? Imagine those fans start up and it's just boom. That is absolutely beautiful.
There's actually no card in this. So we used the card for an open loop
Oh.
system. So we had the extra heat sink. So you can see there's no like PCIe. It's kind of like a
Gotcha.
test thing. But it looks really cool.
Oh yeah, it looks amazing.
It'd be cool to put a card in here and use it.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
So it will be up on the wall for those who want to see it later.
Is that her and the Swarovski crystals? There we go. Yeah, rip the HTC phones. G1 was the GOAT. The SD66C, which was the one that it slid the front up to get to the keyboard. I lived on that thing forever. Nice. Look at that. Look at that. That's going to stand out and show some color. All right. So while these guys are putting this back together, I'm going to take you on a little adventure and show you just how our friend Jason in North Dakota got his PC built. At solicitgaming.com, we try and make it as easy as possible for you to get the PC of your dreams that's going to be exactly what you need and you decide. We have multiple different sizes. So at the very small form factor are our Scarabs, all the way up to our Raws, which are a full tower, like the one behind me. The one we did today is actually a set. We've got multiple different designs that you can get on them. You can get custom designs on them. You can get it with the water block on it. There we go. Now, we've got pretty much everything. It is a one-stop shopping center. We've got Intel. We have AMD. We have NVIDIA, Radeon, just to begin with. And you can't screw it up by choosing something that doesn't work. Notice that little button that was green went yellow? So in this example, he chose a graphics card that was needed more power than the power supply that was chosen. So its system says, okay, if you want this graphics card, you're going to have to choose one of these power supplies. But if you really want this power supply, you'll have to choose one of these graphics cards. And once you fix it and select the right one, that little yellow button turns back to green. Green means go! So on this first page, though, everything from hard drives to cable mods, as you can see. Cable mods are really interesting. They really can change the aesthetic of a computer. I love them. Sound cards and more. And then we've got the Foundry. Now, the Foundry is a fun little area because that is where the juice gets going. First of all, you can choose your AIO, which there are plenty. If you're going to go through there, look at all the features of each one because they are all different. And it's fantastic. There's some that have screens. Yeah, it's just cool. And you can also adjust how your system's going to function. So if you want to upgrade your thermal paste, we can do that. You want to overclock your CPU, we can do that too. You want to overclock your GPU, we can do that. We can do both. It's all up to you. And then comes our accessories page. This is my favorite page only because it's got clothing in it. There we go. So on the very first page, you can get your custom CLX gear, which looks like this. Yay, CLX. T-shirts, caps, hoodies, or windbreakers. And it's all here. And the windbreakers, I have both the purple one and the red one. Unbelievably awesome. Definitely keeps you dry, and it's not too hot. So, yeah. Now, if I was slide back up, this is where we're going to go with everything else. If you're a content creator, the next tab over is all about keyboards. So if you need a keyboard, we've got them. Multiple different types. If you want a TKL or not, we've got mice. And there's many different styles of mouses, whatever. We've got controllers. So if you're in loving Star Citizen, guess what? You can get controllers for flight, which is rad. We've got headphones, microphones. If you're a content creator, we actually carry the Beam microphone and the Beacon microphone and the Beacon Mix Create. The Beacon Mix Create is this little device with 4 knobs and touchscreen, and it makes your whole stream so much easier to manage. Telling you what. Speakers. We've got monitors. We got a bunch of monitors. I was surprised at how many monitors we had. And it wasn't for a while until I realized I was looking just at the 1080s. So as you go across, you choose your resolution. There's different stuff there. It's awesome. And then all the way down at the end, you can get a router, get yourself a chair, and it's all right there. Now, I know some people might find it a little bit daunting to make all those choices, especially if you're new to building a PC. So that's why we've got a section called the Ready to Ship, or RTS. There we go. The RTS system is systems that have already been built, or pre-built, and they come in 4 different flavors. There is entry-level, mid-range, high performance, and ultra-high performance. Now, this will give you an idea of what your money's going to get you, and give you some ideas of how to manage or at least build your own system. And maybe you wanted a couple of changes. Well, that's a good base to start at. So that's what it is. So for all your future computer needs, PC needs, etc., head on over to CLXgaming.com. See what we can do for you. Nice, all assembled. All right, Jason in North Dakota. Oh wait, did we get another code while I was chatting?
Heck yeah.
CLX HNW6 Hotel Nevada Whiskey 6. There we go. And time to power it up.
Well,
you push it hard enough? Mm-hmm. Oh, whoa! That was a slow fade.
It breathes.
That's gorgeous. That is gorgeous. Wow. And those are 4 GameDS Aeolus M2 fans, but for anybody who's wondering. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, that looks slick. That looks so slick like that. I love it. All right.
This is where you hang your little charms.
Your Labubu's.
Yeah, you can hang a little charm there. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, as usual, this show is going to happen in 2 parts. In just a few, we're going to take a quick break. And when you come back, you get to spend the afternoon with Zach as he continues to build some amazing machines. To find out all of what's going on and keep track of what's going on with CLX Gaming and find codes for the giveaway, you can check us out on our socials. That is YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Threads at CLX Gaming. You want to join our community, a bunch of like-minded PC enthusiasts, and find codes possibly? Head over to our Discord. It's discord.gg/CLX Gaming. And you can find codes on my stream as well. This show happens every Tuesday and Thursday starting at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 Eastern, 11 a.m., 1 Eastern. No, 2 Eastern. Wow. Yeah. On Tuesdays, we're here on Twitch, Kick, and YouTube. On Thursdays, we're exclusively over on TikTok, so you don't want to miss that show as well. You might try to find some codes in that. So, with that being said, on behalf of Kyle and Jason in production, Paul and Zach, I'm DJ Blue PDX. Thanks for watching. We'll be right back.
Bye-bye.
Welcome back, Scooby Gang. What is going on with everybody today? Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic week, and I hope you guys are excited for all of the fun stuff. We're just going to go ahead and get this out of the way. CLXJAYW, CLXJB7P, CLXJWWJ, CLX KFKQ, CLX L369, AMD MXD6, AMD RNTU, AMD S4TM, CIG KPCH, CIG LGUE, CIG LTP6, CIG LUBN, CIG LY4C, CIG M6X8XV. So, just in case you guys did not know, oh yeah, headphone warning, I am wearing my earbuds, so if you guys have a question about those, we'll get back to those later. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. We've got a pretty fun one off of CLX Gaming's website. You can go there yourself and make one of these for you. Today we have a very beautiful ASRock Z790CW white motherboard. This is a very pretty board. Our processor today is going to be an Intel. This is an i9 14900 kilo Foxtrot. What's the kilo mean? The kilo means we've got overclock capabilities. What's the Foxtrot mean? We don't have graphics, because that's one way to do it. Is this going to be a crustless build or not? I don't think so. We've got all this fun. We got RGB. Heck yeah. Boom. And there it is. RGB memory modulars from the vengeance of the DDR5 hallways of the Corsair, because that's where that spawned. Oh yeah, you guys are just gonna, if you came for codes, I will be reading them out multiple times, and it's all on you to get them going for you. If you missed them the first time, you might catch them the second time. You might miss a couple of them and not miss the other ones. I know, we are. We're just here to build computers and give you guys codes. That is what we get paid the big bucks for. Just being a builder and giving out codes. All right, yeah, we're gonna, does this reach? Hope so. Nope. Do I have this thing? There's so many different proprietary tools that make building computers easy. All right, give it a little twisty turn, little twisty turn, little twisty turn, little twisty turn, and we're getting ready to drop down a 360 liquid cooler. But wait, there's more. Some liquid coolers are gonna have a little bit of a setup for them, so we just wanna make sure that if we're playing around with red equipment, we're installing red equipment. If we're playing around with blue equipment, we're installing blue equipment. Boom. Easy peasies. Right? You know what we're talking about, man.
Who knows?
When I upgraded my RTX 4060, what should I get? Well, if we're going from a 4060, you know, probably the best bang for our buck would be how much are we wanting to go for? Getting a 5070 Ti would be a pretty good one. A Ryzen 9070 XTX would be pretty baller. There are a lot of options. Are we wanting to stay with the 40 series cards, or are we wanting to go over to a Radeon series? But if we're sticking on the green, you know, a 5070 Ti would be pretty superb. If we're wanting to hot cross swap and go over to the red guys. A 9070 XTX would be. Is that fork knife?
It crashed. Fortnite crashed.
Heck yeah, it did.
Try it again.
Okay. Some of your AIOs are going to have some RGBs to them. Some of them are going to have screens to them. Some of them are just going to be basic Yo Mama's base level heatsink. They're all going to work perfectly fine. You just want to make sure that whatever you do get is equivalent for your processor that you have. You know, you're not going to want to grab a high-end KS or X3D model and put it on a 120 radiator like we just did that previous build. That was a cool processor compared to some of these newer big boys that can get pretty big on the heat scale. Memory modular is very easy to go in. DDR5 only goes in DDR5, DDR4 goes only in DDR4, Dance Dance Revolution 3 only goes in Dance Dance Revolution 3, and so vice versa, all the way down. No cross-contamination, one and done is all you get. Thermal paste line, do the job. Oh yeah. Yeah, thermal paste, you don't want to have too much of it, and just one nice little line is going to be superb. I assume because you said that, that means I did it. I've already forgotten if I installed that motherboard upgrade for my pre-build Rock Strix. Heck yeah. You're wanting to upgrade your from a ROG Strix or to a ROG Strix. ROG Strix is a very nice board. If that's what you got in there already. If that's not what you got in there already, snag you one. Thermal paste is like Goldilocks. Very true, very true, very true. Hey, you know what? We just installed a processor. You know what that means? Let's go over all these AMD codes. AMD MX D6, AMD RNTU, AMD S4 TM. All right, and let's get back into building. But from its default, that comes in the pre-build. I wouldn't know what pre-build you are talking about. If it's one off of our website, yes, if it is a pre-build, you can upgrade components and parts in there. You can go to clxgaming.com and pick and choose all of the components and parts that you want. Or if you do see one of those on the ready to ships and you're like, dang, that looks good, but 32 gigs of memory, I need 96 gigs, you know, then we can definitely get that up and going for you. You know?
Where are you going?
We're just. Get him, Paul!
It's Bugs Buddy. He's running away.
Scared of you.
I got the rocket launch. Oh, no.
What skin do you have, Paul? What skin are you playing? Did you say a 9070 XT? Yes, a 9070 XT is a very nice graphics card.
Got him.
Definitely 10 of 10 would recommend if you're looking at getting a graphics card in the year of the 2026. XTX, yes, either card, XT or XTX, both of those guys are very nice. Very nice. Oh shit, Paul, get up.
There's someone here.
Get him! Clever girl.
Where is he? He's here somewhere. IO, did you say getting pumped up the jam? He said them so fast. Cheaper than the 5070 Ti, which is nice. That is a very nice card as well. Would recommend. That's what clips are for, right? Yeah, clip it.
Clip it.
Clip it.
Clip it and ship it.
Probably what I'll get if I upgrade soon. Perfect. My 3080 is still working decently though. Did someone write the A codes down? Oh man, I don't know. I bet we'll go over them again. Probably because we'll go over them again before the end of the stream. I Dolly Parton it. And if you don't know that reference, Dolly guarantees it. All right? I'm cooking Cajun food here too. I can't remember his name, but I guarantee.
Oh, he got me.
No!
With the twin hammer shotguns.
So is there like game modes to that? Or is it literally just you gotta find your stuff and build your stuff and then kill everybody?
Pretty much that. There are some game modes, but I don't know much of them. The main of the game is just you drop in with nothing, find guns, kill people, be the last one standing.
All right.
And the map shrinks as time goes by to force people together.
Dude, there was something going through my brain that I was gonna do. Oh yeah, that's right. I want the goggles.
All good so far? All good? Keep the mic close.
Louisiana Cook Old Show.
Yeah, I think that one crash we had is probably just the first hardware menus.
Justin Wilson, I guarantee. Okay, did someone write the AMD codes? S4TM was 1. Can I get a PC? Heck yeah. Hey, you know what, Draco, for real now, because you asked so politely to get a PC, here you go, my man. For all of you other people who have been freaking out that I've been saying them too fast, get your little pins. I know there are people back in the back that can type this quickly because, you know, they're smart and they can type this quick. I'm not showing
Big
them.
brains.
I'm going to read them out. Okay, you ready for this? Because these are going to come in hot and live.
Here it
We've got
comes.
CLX JAYW, CLX JB7P, CLX JWWJ, CLX KFKQ, CLX L369, AMD MXD6, AMD RNTU, AMD S4TM, CIG KPCH, CIG LGUE, CIG LTP6, CIG LUBN, CIG LY4C, CIG M6XV. Don't worry, I will go over those again if you guys missed out all of those. Oh man, dude, Red Sean, you're freaking, you got all of those, baby. Yeah. Every time I walk into the office and there's like 3 dudes just going to town on some mechanical keyboards.